Hello and welcome back. In this session, episode, whatever you want to call it, this part of the manuscript, we are going to talk about kidney cancer. So there I go, banging my elbow again. So let's get to it. Okay, so in these sessions, if this is your first time, we are talking about the emotional suppression that's related to these types of cancers from a collective view. So I tune in and have tuned into the collective field and also um, communicated with deceased souls who had late stage 4 and beyond um, cancers, where I was able to bring through these different root causes. Also, there were different higher guidance that would bring in healing messages such as angels or different healing crystals, different connections with high council. There's so many. The main thing is it's coming really through this pure intent of love and the highest form of light and vibration for you. Doesn't really, we don't have to attach to where it come from unless it's written about where it's come from. You'll know what's true to you because of your own sense into truth. We have our own innate way of knowing, and the more we tune into that, the more we fine tune our knowing. Okay, so let's dive in. So kidney cancer, suppressed emotions, depression, terror, frustration, unsupported. I lost my share. Let's go back. Unsupported, indecisiveness, wishy-washy, panic, taken for granted, conflict, creative insecurity. Beliefs: I am alone, there are not enough resources to go around, I am a failure, I am weak when I am vulnerable. Healing message: kidney cancer shows us when we have a deep feeling of failure around expressing ourselves and our true purpose. We never felt good enough for mum, left kidney as a primary, or dad, right kidney as a primary, and could never express our emotions because it wasn't safe to. This is an early childhood impression asking to be healed from within you. You are invited to release yourself from failure as your default setting. The last manifestation of failure occurred for you around 5 to 7 years pre-diagnosis, but this pattern began much earlier than that main event. Your vulnerability is a reflection of your sensitivity. And your sensitivity shows your open heart, but it has been restricted in its flow. The heart, the lung, the kidneys are on the same meridian in traditional Chinese medicine. This requires you to deepen your connection in your heart and to follow your heart's desire. Let go of the fear of failure and to be yourself. You are here to teach tenderness to humanity, and it is okay to show your vulnerability. You are also here to implement boundaries where you and others are being taken advantage of. This can include the land, where the land is being taken advantage of, or or animals. Your sensitivity of heart is not just in humanity, but for all living beings. You are hardwired to your connection with all that is, and by being taught to suppress this or even go against it is why there is a constant cycle of failure and feeling alone. You're disconnecting yourself from your natural connection with feeling nature. You are deeply and intrinsically connected, but your environment has taught you to numb yourself to the one thing you have known all along in your life to be true, your sensitivity and your emotional regulation. You are a water being, and water will assist you to heal this emotional pattern. Drink plenty of structured water. Bathe in wild waters, such as the ocean, rivers, waterfalls, springs. Let your body be moved by nature, the way you have always known it to be, and let your tender heart be expressed through your voice, letters, writing, and art. You are unique, and you are needed in these times to help humanity remember their sensitivity to all that is, just by refining your sensitivity. The water element and the water guardians are the messengers of this particular healing message. Your tender heart is the most powerful and beautiful healer of today's world. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking the courage to show up in a hardened world. Gene Key 21, the way of authority, shadow of control, gift of authority, dilemma, discipline, city, valor. Ultimately, this city will be needed by all travelers into the beyond, because it takes valor to die with an open heart, to give up our identity, our attachments, our body, and to merge into the limitless light requires an exquisite cocktail of courage and love. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, Gene Key 21. So you can have a look at that gene key as well as a contemplative healer. So thank you for joining me for that little recording, and comment below if you have any questions or you want to talk about it a little bit, what's come up for you, what's resonated with you. We're all here in community together. Or come along to one of our sharing circles that we'll have online regularly, or the monthly Q&A where you'll get to voice your questions with myself and our community, and we will support you through. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I hope that this has served you well.